Hello everyone, this is Joseph again. Thank you very much for joining the this is again the extension of the previous lesson. If you didn't attend the previous lesson, make sure to watch the previous video before you take a look into this HTML element. Earlier I mentioned the difference between HTML element and attributes. Today I'll go down, deep down to HTML element and HTML attributes. As you can see here in the definition, HTML element is nothing but is everything from start tag to the end tag. For example, if you have HTML, like for example a tag like this, HTML, and then anything within this is called HTML element. So this HTML is called HTML element, and then under this HTML element we can have the head tag, and then under head tag we can have a title tag. So the elements can be nested. That means we can have a parent element, and then under a parent element you can have a child element. That is called HTML element. As you can see here, we can have nested element, and I will show you that one. The most widely used HTML elements are starting from here until there, and then I will explain to you one by one. And then the first one that we will see is lists. What does it mean by list? For example, if you have a to-do list, for example, if I have this is yourself, and then I have a to-do list, like for example going to the beach is the first one. Number 2 is writing a code. Number 3, playing with my son. Number 4 can be swimming. So these are my to-do list. So if I wanted to do like this, we can use the list methodology. So list is actually a mechanism by which you can list out whatever you want. For example, list of students. This is the first one, and the other option is you can use the radio buttons or bullets, a bulleted list, and that is called a list. Let me show you in Microsoft Word, that way you'll be clear about that, okay? For example, if I come here, let me bring Microsoft Word right there, and then for example, this is my to-do list. This is in Microsoft Word, okay? This is my to-do list, and then what I can do is, okay, let me just, this is my to-do list, and then these are, okay, these are my to-do list, and then here swimming, reading, for example. The next one can be coding. The other one is playing, okay, and the other one is swimming. So you can write like this, and then as you can see here, you can select and then you can make it in numbers. The numbers can also be changed from 1 to 3 to ABC, or from ABC to Roman numerals. These are actually different numbering mechanisms in Microsoft Word. And then the other one is a bulleted list. That means there is no precedence between these dotted lists, so this is also called lists. If we have a dotted list, because they don't have any precedence, that means this one is not more important than the next one, that is called an ordered list. And then the other one that is in numbers. For example, when you see numbers from 1 to 4 right here, the number 1 is more important than number 2 because it is in ordered list. So there are two types of lists, and I will show you that one in depth. Now let me just come here to my desktop, and then let me create the folder. I can click in here, and then I can create a folder. This folder can be web development for kids. Here you go. Now, as you can see here, I have this web development for kids. So what I will do is I have to open Visual Studio Code Editor. Right click here, right there, and then you can open new Visual Studio Code Editor. It will open a new window for you. Now it doesn't have anything, as you can see here, nothing in there. And then I can close this guy, and then I can go to File, Open Folder. Make sure you navigate to the folder that you want to use. Right now I'm using web development for kids, so I have to find out where it is. Yeah, web development for kids, and then I can select the folder. Now this is it, and then I can close this getting started window. This one, as I mentioned to you, is informational for you. For example, recently opened projects are listed there, and then if you wanted to open and create a new file, you can create a new file. You can open a file, you can open folder, or you can clone to Git repository. That is different. Now let me just close this guy. Now I can create either a folder or a file in here. For example, here, let me just click in here, tutorial 1. Tutorial1.html. Look, this is as I mentioned to you, the file name should be tutorial1, and then the extension should be HTML. unless you use HTML, the browser cannot understand what HTML is. Now the next one that you should do is you can type HTML there, and then you can use head, look at here, and then you can use title, look at here. Now in the title section you can specify the title. Now before I do anything, let me just save this one. When you save, you can come here and then save, or you can Control NS. Now let me go back to my folder. As you can see here, there is a tutorial folder. Why this one has an icon that is a Chrome icon? Because it has extension HTML, because there is HTML extension. Now let me double click it. You see nothing in there, and then there is no title in here. The title by default is the file name. Now I don't want it to do that. So for example, I wanted to make it this title to be the tutorial for kids. So if I wanted to say that, let me just make side by side. That way you can easily understand. Let me make this one to be this side, and then as you can see here, this is my page. This is the page that I'm working on. Let me make it space, a little bit of space. As you can see here, this is my page, and then this is the code that I'm writing. Now in here I can say web tutorial for kids. Look, now I can save it. When I refresh, look at here. This is web tutorial for kids. As you can see here, this is a title tag or a title element, and this is head element, and this is HTML element. As you can see here, HTML has a child, that is head, and head has a child, that is title. The elements are nested each other. Now I can come down here, and then I can create body. Body is also another element. The welcome to our tutorial. Here we go. Now let me save it, and then when I refresh, see here, let me make it a little bit bigger. You can see here that it says welcome to our tutorial. Now in here I will show you the list element. As I mentioned to you, for example, I can say h1 my to-do list. Okay, and then over here I can list out all my to-do lists. Look, the first one is swimming. So what I can do is I have to first determine whether I am doing in ordered list like this. That means in numbers. For example, if you are using numbers like Roman numeral or Arabic numeral or ABC, that is numbers, so it's ordered list. If you want to use an ordered list, that is a radio button. This is not ordered list, so you have to first select which one you want to use. Are you using ordered list or unordered list? So let me use an ordered list. Unordered list is for UL. UL means unordered list, and then you can type LI. Right there, what you should do is you have to type the list that you wanted to mention. So in here, for example, swimming or reading is the first one. Then I can say LI. Coding is the other one. And then I can say LI. And then playing. So these are the lists. What type of list do you have? Unordered list. So LI means the first list. See LI? It ends with LI tag. And then there is another LI, and then another LI. It will continue like that. Now when I refresh this, you see my to-do list has this structure. As you can see here, the default list is the default type of unordered list is the circle. You see there is a circle, and then if you wanted to change from circle to a square, what you should do is you can come here, and then you can change type is equals to, and then you can say square. Now when you refresh this guy, you see it changes from a circle to square, and then you can say circle, and then it will be circle. Or if it doesn't found, for example, if we say XYZ, that is not the list, am I right? There is no predefined XYZ list. If you put like that, it will take the default one, that is the circle one. Okay, you can use the oval one, that's the circle one, or you can use the rectangle one, the square one. So this is an ordered list. An ordered list means in a bulleted list. As you can see here, this is in a bullet list, then that's the bulleted list that you can use. Now, what if I wanted to change these to numbers? What I can do is simply changing this one to OL. See, I change this one to OL, and then the closing tag should be OL as well. Now save this, and then by default it will start from number 1 to number 1, 2, 3, 4. It will continue like that. For example, let me just duplicate this one for you guys to see. You see, I can do this, and then when I refresh this one, and then it is going from 1 to 9. Now, what if I wanted to use Roman numeral? What you can do is you can say type, and then you can put a lowercase I, that means it will start in a Roman numeral I, and then it will continue like that. And then whenever the numbers are growing, it will automatically calculate and increase by 1. What if you wanted to use A? You can start A, lowercase a, and then it will say like this. If you use uppercase A, it will start from A to the next level. Okay, you can even specify from where it should start. You can go down and then read about that, but this is how you can do lists. So lists is nothing but lists of things that you are doing or you are showing. For example, if you wanted to list of a student, what you should do is an ordered list. Okay, now before an ordered list, you have to give a title. For example, I can say H2 students. Okay, now here I can say Li Ababa, that might be that's my first student, and then I can copy this, and then I can just give a name, Kabada, okay, Kirubel, okay, Aster, okay, Almaz. These are Ethiopian names. Okay, now when I refresh this, you see the lists are going like this, but it is an ordered list. If I wanted to change to ordered list, simply I can come here and then change to OL, and then refresh. You see the numbers are ordered from 1 to 6. If I wanted to change from Arabic numeral to Roman numeral, I can say just A, and then I can make it capital. That means it will start in Roman numeral but in capital later. That means, you see, it will continue like that. Oh, you know what, I wanted to change it to I can say I, and then it will be automatically ordering like that. So this is the first tag that you guys need to know. That is a list. So list is nothing but it is a collection, and then list can be listed as either ordered list or unordered list. Ordered list is numbers that has precedence. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is in sequence order. But when you come to an ordered list, it doesn't have any precedence. That means the first bulleted point will not have more power than the next one. That is called an ordered list. Now, in the next recording, I will show you about the breaks, and then that will be clear for you guys. As I mentioned earlier, this course is prepared for Ethiopian kids, the Habeshan kids, that they can learn computer science very easy. So if you have any problem of understanding my language, unfortunately this is how much I can speak, but I'm preparing this for you, for the kids who are originally from Ethiopia or from Africa. Thank you. Bye-bye.